Man, there's a lot of reasons.
The biggest ones personally for like that I think of, these are obviously things we've talked about, but I have a really flexible schedule, and also strange hours at times. And so that's one of the biggest benefits for us of doing homeschool is we have total control over when we do school. Mm-hmm. So I usually take Fridays off, Friday and Saturday. And if we ever have random trips we want to take to visit family, or a big trip we want to do during an abnormal time of year, we can, because we're flexible. And if I am working on a night, I can stay home till noon the next day and we can all hang out and be together because they're not in school. That's one of the biggest positives for me. The other thing that I think about, like these two things are the main things I think about, that, and then when they're little, they spend a lot of time at school, and we just really wanted them to be around us still a lot more, to be honest. I feel a lot more strongly about sending them to public school at some point in elementary school than you do, and she does. And for me, that's mostly just social. I just want them to start to get acclimated to larger groups of their peers around then. But I haven't really thought through or articulated, even for myself, exactly why that is. But
yeah,
those are the things I think about.
Yeah, it's interesting because neither of us had a negative experience in school. And so there isn't any like, I don't know, we think school's horrible. We just kind of look at how our life is now and we enjoy the flexibility. We also love that like we can get school done in like a whole lot less time than 8 hours. And so they get to spend a lot more time outside. That we love the relationships that it's given to our kids with their siblings. And I think we also just really like the idea that in these younger years, like Malcolm said, we'll probably put them into the school system later, but we like in these younger years, everything they're kind of thinking about still relates to their family as their main like unit and their main source of identification for themselves. Not to just like protect them and don't let them out, but we just feel like that's been really good for our kids to still kind of identify their social circle as our family right now. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing I think from an educational standpoint, which maybe is one of the most important things to me, is just that kids develop in these first few years in such a wide range. I mean, kids learn to read from like 4 years old to 8 years old, and that's completely developmentally normal, but it's just not accepted in the school system necessarily. You do have to finish things by a certain time, and so we get to give kind of our kids that gift of time. Like they have time to
go at their own pace.
Right, go at their own pace, which we've really seen our kids benefit from.
But for the reasons you said, because they can go at their own pace, they can go faster in some areas, like than they would in school.
Yep.
Or they can go slower than they would in school.
Yeah. Or even they get to like go deeper into something. So like one of our favorite things has been like our little geography curriculum that we do, and there's times where like we're studying about Peru, and instead of just like reading about the food, we'll like spend the next few days like cooking the food or what. I don't know, like this is a silly example, but we can just kind of stay on something that they're really, really interested in.